So today we're going to go into the if function first. Then after that, we're going to do macro in Excel, and then we'll move from there. So two more things in Excel we're just doing today. We're doing the macro and the if function, and then we'll finish with Excel. And then we go, and then now we we'll move on from there.
Okay, so we're gonna move from there and then go to Word.
Yeah, so let's see how we're going to work it out first for the
Okay.
if function for today. First the if, and then the macro, and then we move from there. All right, so let me share my screen. I have never, ever, I've been teaching for nearly 14 years. Over 14 years, I have never had a class with two persons.
Well, sometimes it's the first for everything.
Mario,
Tell
Mario,
you,
Mario said he's running late.
Mario
Check
run late last time too.
the group and he said must put the banners.
Him well ready, you know, but
So, so me not understand how everybody now come out to come a class. Not them not serious about the class thing.
I may tell you. Only 7 hours, no, but so we just everybody just come now, man. All right, anyway. All I can say, I do my part, right?
Yeah.
And I will send the recording and send what I need to send. That is
I
all the best I
it.
can do.
It's like when
Yes.
you share your screen now and you go on this is your on auto save. I don't know
No,
what
but this
is
is Excel. This is Excel, Microsoft Excel. Sit
Microsoft
at the
Excel.
top. It's Excel. Sit at the top.
Okay.
It's Excel, man. You see, we started Excel last week. It was Excel, and we're just wrapping it up this week.
But I'm not seeing that on my computer. That's an old computer me have. Missing Microsoft Edge, Microsoft Outlet, Microsoft
You
Office.
want the software upon it, that's
You
right.
need the Office. You need the Office software. You don't have
Oh,
She can
Microsoft
download
Word.
it
You have
from
Microsoft
Google.
Word?
oh, Microsoft Word. Yes, me have Microsoft Word. See me
The
the
Excel must be there. Word and Excel will come hand in hand.
Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
If you have
Type
Word,
in
you must have
Microsoft
Excel
Excel.
somewhere. You might say Excel or Microsoft Excel. What are you looking at
Mm-hmm.
for it on? What are you looking on it for?
Um
What are you searching on it? A phone, laptop, what?
oh, it's a laptop.
So, wait, all okay. So, if you look for, let me tell you, you might see scroll where you see all your programs. When you click on the start button, you see all your programs that you have installed on your computer, don't it?
Yeah.
So scroll until you see Excel. Which Windows what you have?
This I not even know. Oh,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Which one?
this
No, no.
oh Windows see if you're right here, so Windows 7.
Right.
You want
So
upgrade, man.
You know it
you
me?
know, look
I
if
want
you see Microsoft Office, and if you see Microsoft Office, you should click that button and see the different Word, Excel, and other things, and PowerPoint, all of that. So it's in alphabetical order.
mm, let me can
Okay, so Tamara, let's all if it was to work on that.
Okay.
So let us go into the if function. Before I get into let me stop share a second and let me just go through what the if function is first. That's the first thing. Let me go through what the if function is. Once. Let me see if I can find that if function. Some. All right, I'm going to share about my screen. All right, let me know when you're seeing it, please.
Yes, I'm seeing it.
All right, so the if function, it's an Excel if function. So the if function is a function that allows you to build a logic into your worksheet. The if function evaluates a logic test or returns one value if the logical test, all of them little something there. Okay, so it's like it's thinking logically for you. That's what the if function kind of doing. It's thinking logically for you. So let's say, so here is an example of how it should have. Well, the if function has three things, or four. The if goes first, then the bracket, the condition. Now the condition is actually what it is that you're working from. What is it that you're working from? And then the value, if it is true, and then the value if it is false. That is all to it. So you want to say, okay, let's say you want to say, if 10 is less than 20, I want it to say false. If not, I want it to say true. Understand what I'm saying? So here it again. If and they will open the bracket, 10 is less than 20, that is a condition. Then we want the value, then we want it to say true. If it's that is not right, then we want it to say false. That is how the if function works. So let us test it out. Let me go to the Excel now and let us test it out. So here we have, let me know when you're seeing back the screen, please.
Yes, Miss, we see the screen.
Okay, so here we have is a little document here. We have color, we have year, we have make, and we have some figures here. And we have the names here and so on. So let us say we're going to be looking at let us say we're going to be saying, no, we're looking at the figure at G at G4. What figure is under G4? So here is G and there is 4. What figure is under G4?
I have
2015.
2015. All right.
Yes.
So let's say now we're going to be using that figure as our base figure. So we want to do the if function too in that. So the first thing, what we do a formula, what we say we normally have for formula. What is the first thing in for formula in Excel?
Equal.
Equal. Then we'll because it's an if function, we have the if.
yeah,
Then we open the bracket.
yeah, open bracket.
So the figure now is at G4. So that's a figure what we want to work with. So we can say we click on that figure. But what we want it to say, well, is it that we want to see in our yes or no? Because we can say yes or no to, or true and false. We
Yeah.
can put whatever we want in those little brackets. We can say if it is true, it would say yes. If it is less than the figure that we have here, we can say yes. If it is not, we can say no. We can put what we want in there.
Okay.
So let's say we say equal if, and we open the bracket, and we're using 2015, the 2015 figure. So let's say we say, all right, if G4 is greater than 20, let us use 2020. If it is greater
Okay.
than 2020, then we want it to say, so we have to put a comma, then we have to put the open quotation. We have to put the open quotation. So in this case, is G4 greater than 2020, the 2020 figure? Is it greater than it or less than? It's
G.
greater
Less
than.
than.
Greater
Oh.
than. So we probably say yes. And we want it to say yes. If it is greater than, we want it to say yes. If not, we put.
No.
So we have to put the yes into the bracket. And then we put a comma. Then we put, if not, what will happen? We can say no. And then now we put our quotation. Open and close quotation. And we close the bracket. So let's see what happens. It say what?
No.
It say no, because it is not greater than
It's less
2020. It is less than. So it will say no because it's based on what we ask, based on the what we asking for. If G4 is greater than 2020, the answer is actually no, it is not. It is actually less than. So let's say no, we change this now and say I will put the less than. Let's put the less than. Let's change it around and see what happens.
Okay.
See that now? It changed now to yes.
Yes.
Because it is less than the 2020 figure. So that's how the if function really works. So let's say we change this now to true. So you can put what you want in there. Let's say we say true. And right here, sir, we say false. And we press enter. See there?
Oh.
It is greater than. it is greater than, so it's going to say true. But now if me change this now, let's say me change this figure. Because remember, it's not a figure that we put in it, is the cell. So let's say the cell no, let's say me change the figure right here, so to 2029. Look what happened. It
False.
changed
Mm-hmm.
because what it said false, because it is not G4 right now is not less than the 2020. It is actually greater. So if we change the figures in here, the statement itself will change depending on what we're asking it to do. So let's say we change it again here. We change this now to less than. Change it around. And we press enter. See, that's a true. Because it is less than the 2020. But if we put now, another, if we change the figure now and put 1999, it's going to say false. So we could have put what we want to put in here, so in these two brackets here. So it's not really hard, It's just what you put in, it's just what is it that you asking it to do.
Oh.
It's what you asking it to do. So I wanted to know if G4 is greater than 2020. I want to say true or false or yes or no. Give me two other things can put in here, Sadil. Give me two other words instead of yes and no or true and false. Give me something else.
Right
Uh,
and wrong.
yeah.
Okay, right. And let's change this to wrong. Make sure you have your two quotation, your open and close quotation.
Mm-hmm.
And look here now. See there?
Wrong.
Anything you put in there, that's what it will give
Yeah.
you back. So whatever you put in the quotation part is what. So if you put if there and you put a little function, easy cheesy. You just put the condition. So let's say I'm going to change this back now, change it around again. Is that one the minute of? See there now, it's a right. Because it is less than 2020. So it's a right. So if I change this figure now, everything will change. It might change. So let's say I'll put 1. It's still right because it is less than 2020.
Yeah.
But if I put 500 now, it's going to be wrong because it's what? It is greater than the 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So this if function is not really hard. It's just how you have to put it in so you have the if, you have the figure that you're working with, and you put your condition, you put your different things that you want it to say, whether it right or wrong, or whatever it is, you put what you want to put in there. So that's basically what the if, that's the only, you have many different things in the if, but that's the only thing in the if I'm going to show. Because there's more in-depth thing, you have all kind of different if function and but that's the only one we're sticking with for this
Oh, because
class.
when I was looking it up, it looked complicated because I'm sure a
Because
lot.
you have many different types of if function. Because you have the nested if,
Okay.
you have many different
Eh?
types of it. Yes, you do. You have many different types of if function, but we're not going to go so in depth. So that's all the if function. It don't look hard. It look hard?
No, miss.
No.
No, it not hard. It's just that you have to practice. You just have to get the hang of it.
Me just want to get this on my computer. Like, like how you share a screen with all these things. Me just want to get it on my computer.
I wondered if it's there now. You just can't find it.
We soon find it, man.
Oh boy. So that is really it for the if function. Any question on that?
The only question that I may have is regarding to the if function.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what would we use it for? What would we really use it for, as in within
It's
the core?
uh I don't know if you're going to really use it per se, because this is a short course, a condensed course, right? If you were doing a full merchandising course, then maybe you would have to go get internal this and external that, if you understand what I'm saying.
Oh,
But this is, I'm just teaching you good to know, and then might get a little question about a if function in the you understand? You know, they might
okay.
have supposed to ask you if it's any one of these if function right or wrong. You can't able to say this one right, this one wrong. You understand?
Oh,
So
okay.
that
Easy
yeah,
peasy.
easy cheesy also. So it is I didn't really want to just give you questions. I still wanted you to, although you might not get it as a part of the a practical aspect of it in your exam, but it's still good to know.
Yeah.
And it's a part of your the it says the advanced thing, and I don't want to not even teach you a couple of the advanced formulas in Excel. Because these are advanced formulas in Excel. These are not taught in the basic Excel when you're doing a level 2 course at the institution. The first thing that I went through in the first class, the regular functions, the minimum, maximum, average, and so on, those are the only things normally done. So these are advanced functions. So the if and the VLOOKUP are two functions that are that is there. So let me so it's a good to know. And you would not know when you might use it. Editing something can come up and I say, you know, some could I use this VLOOKUP thing when we school they teach the time. Or I can use the if function. You can never know what can happen. Let me a
Okay,
structure.
because while looking at the VLOOKUP function, I saw the need for it.
Right.
When I was with the Homer, I
Yeah.
saw the need for it. So I figure out how important it is to
Mm.
know about the VLOOKUP.
So it all depends on what you do and how you because everybody job different, you know. You can never know what your job will entail. And you might end up have to be using it. And you say, oh, we normally get a little teaching. We probably can go listen back to the recording again and just do a click. You see how easy I make life for, no? I go ahead and put it on YouTube. So all you can do is click and you can always access it. Just a click away.
Oh, miss.
Just a click away. All right, I want to share back my screen because and show you now the macro. All right, so oh wait, then let me just sorry. I want to go through what is the macro first before I go into that. All right, my head is hurting. And whatever I share, I will always send. It might not be the same day, but you know it I go send. All right, let me know when you're seeing the screen, please.
Miss.
All right, so macros Macros is basically saying it's a macro is a series of commands and instructions that you can group together as a single command to accomplish a task automatically. You can record a sequence of actions, or you can write a macro. Now, macro is like, it's just a, because it's commands using. So it's like a mini programming type of thing. It's a mini program. It's a little programming aspect out of it. So it's just it's some commands you're going to give so it can automatically do for you. So I'm going to send you these set of notes as well that I have here about macro. And I have some notes on the VLOOKUP as well, which I'm going to send you as well. All right, so so I'm not going to go too in depth into that. You can just, I like to more show it more than just talk it. To me, when you show it, it is a bit better. Mario,
Yes, and welcome,
welcome.
Mario.
I'm just silence and just come in and answer anything.
I'm creeping.
I'm creeping. Good evening, where are you?
I'm here picking up the banner, so that's the thing.
Mario, you know, sir, I like how you're very enthusiastic and you're doing all of this thing, but and I am here I spoke to the assessment office, see all of what you're going to be doing for that final thing. So it is, I was trying for it to go for next week, but it's not going to work for next week. I was telling it to Chanik and Tamaya earlier. I spoke to them from the assessment office. So what is happening is that they have to wait on information from Mr. Dixon first to send to the assessment office at Old Harbor. Mr. Dixon mentioned the Old Harbor to you, right?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
yes, he did.
Right. So the information has to be sent to Old Harbor, be verified by Old Harbor first, before we can move ahead with that big practical aspect of it.
Okay, so when will be the theory part?
Let me just tell you, everything have to come. Mr. Dixon will have to send his
Everything in
information
one.
first before anything can move ahead. So it is actually in Mr. Dixon's hands. He told me that I can get it tomorrow. So if I get it tomorrow, then I will. Then no, it's just a little way. It have to be. It's a process. It's a process. So therefore, we have to wait until the Old Harbor person say, okay, this is the date. So not saying it's not, it is going to happen. It's just that it's a process. If we had, right, if we had gotten that information before, then it probably would have moved a bit faster now, but I have to wait on Mr. Dixon's document first before it can go to them. So that's a little hold up there. Are you understanding, Mr. Romario?
Yes, I understand.
I don't know if you're hearing me if you don't say something.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
All right. Sorry, you missed something there. We just went through the if function earlier. So the next thing we're going to go through is the macro in Excel. So first of all, if we look into the different things, we're not going to under the different tabs, macro is not there. So what we have to do is get that function on the, you're seeing the screen, right? Hello?
Yes.
Right. We have to get that tab in in order for us to get that macro function. So in order to get it in Excel, you go to File, then we go to Options, then we go to Custom Ribbon, and then to the right here where it says Main Tabs, we click on Developer. And Developer is where we have the macro functions. And then we click OK. And then the Developer tab comes here at the top of the ribbon. So when you click on the developer now, then we're seeing the macro. We're seeing the macro tools. You want me to, hello? Any questions on how to get developer on the?
I mean, go wait now, which part you know, don't yet.
Can you just join in?
Miss,
I'm late. I don't know what's going on. Can you please go back one more time, please?
Go over what? You know, look here. At 6 o'clock, my class started. And I start 6:18. I finished teach something already. I'm just moving into something else.
Okay, Miss, I'll get information from
you can listen back to the recording for the first part.
Okay, Miss, even better.
Even better, you listen to the last recording? Can you?
Yes.
Did you listen to the last recording?
The last class?
Yes.
No, Miss, I did not.
And where's
I was there.
But I sent the recording along with my activities. So Romario, where's my homework? Where's my homework? Only right now online it's only Shani to do homework. And one other.
Miss, I did it, but the internet went away, so did the light, so I couldn't get to send it back, and it just come back like today. So I couldn't get to send it. But I did only do the VLOOKUP, and I did the if function. I never do the other one.
All right. But I can't know if you do it if you don't send. All right, so I was saying now we're going to be going to the we're not going to be able to run through everything today. So tomorrow evening I'm going to ask you guys for another class tomorrow evening where we can wrap up everything. But let us see still. We still have some time. It's just 1 hour gone out of the class. Okay, so we're doing macro. And I'm showing how to get the macro icon on the Excel. On Excel, we go to File, we go to Options, then we look to Customize Ribbon, and then we look for what to the right where it says Main Tabs. We look for something that says Developer, and under Developer is where the macro icons is under. When we click OK, the Developer tab comes up. And when we click on the tab, it gives you the macro icons. Right? It gives you the macro icons. That's how you can get the macro icons onto Excel. And it is the same process for the Microsoft Word to get it on it. So it's the same thing. The developer is the same thing. Wonder what happened to what's on a while ago. She just come off. She got kicked off. All right, so we're going to now look at how to do a simple macro. Just a sec, please. Okay, so when we're doing a macro, we can, so let's say we want to, let's say every month you do the same, you do something, a same process every month, right? You do the process every month and you want a macro in order for it to, it will, when you record the macro, it basically doing what you recorded for you. If you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, the macro is able to just do those different functions quickly for you because it is, you have created that macro. So the first thing when you're doing a macro, you must click record macro. So anything that you, what I'm doing now, it's going to record the macro. And anything that I do after, it is going to be doing it exactly what is I have recorded. So when I click on record macro, I have to give it a name. So I can call it what? I have to give the macro a name. Let's call it color. So we give the macro a name and we click OK. So it is recording now. So anything that we do, it is going to record. So let's say now we want all the time for when we have the information in our little spreadsheet, it's going to, let's say we put $sign here, it's going to put a $sign here. So we're going to put a $sign there. It's going to color here. So all that we're doing is recording in the macro. And we can say we're going to put a if function here to equal if you open the bracket. We want to say the if C3 is greater than or less than is greater than 1000, we will say it is going to say true. If not, we're going to say false. And we press enter. All right. So all of what we just do is recorded in the macro and we can click stop macro. Right? So when we do it that now, we have record the macro, and we stop it. So we can then look at so we can click on macros here and look at what we have and click run. All right, wait, no, sorry, one sec. So let us copy all of this. Let us go to a new sheet. Let us copy the information. No, hold on. Sorry. Let us go back and all of what we just did. We're going to put this back in black, and then we're going to click, record. We want to put it back to how it was before, and then now test the macro and see if it works. So we're going to delete this here and put back what was there before, the regular thing, and then now so let's say now we say macro color run. It does back all of what we just did. It changed the color, it put the price. You saw what happened? It went a little fast, you know. You saw what happened a while ago?
I saw something, but I'm not sure
It
what
kind of go
happened.
fast. All right, so remember that when we recorded the macro, all of that wasn't there before. The color didn't change, and we didn't have the dollar sign, and we never have the if function, right? When I run the macro a while ago, so let me copy back the regular information there. So if you notice now, what is going to change? That is what is there now, right? Remember all that we did, we just recorded. So what then happen now, if we click on macro and we click on run, it does back all of what we just did. It put back the color, it put back the dollar sign, and it put the if function. So after record,
I thought it was going to be slow, but it's actually
no, it
quick.
run it fast. It run it fast. It run it fast. So let us try to do another macro again. Let us do something. Put some figures in there, and let's go again one more time. So I'm going to delete everything. Let's go to sheet 2 then. And we're going to put some information in there. Right? So we'll put the information first. And I don't know. I'm just going to put something. Amount. And the amount is 5. All right, so this is what we're using. That's a simple little Excel. What we're going to be doing now is record a macro. What do we want to happen? We can say we want to record where it changes the style of the writing. We could do that. What else we want to run in the macro? Tell me what you want to happen in this macro, what we want to record. You can tell me what. We're going to be doing it, record it, and then now let it see if it do it runs it.
Maybe we could try expand the cell if that could work. The amount
All right.
cell.
All right, so we say we're going to expand it. What else we're going to do when we're recording? So you mean like the width, like that? That's what you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so we could do that. Then what else would we want to do in it?
We could bold merchandise.
All right, so we could bold. What else? Give me one more. We're going to bold. We're going to change this. We could change the style.
Yeah.
All right, so let us try those. So the first thing we're going to do is click on record macro and give it a name. Click on record macro and give it a name. So we can give it any name that you want. Give me a name to name the macro. Give me something now.
We'll call it retail.
All right, let's do retail. Okay, good. So we name it retail and we click OK. So once you give it the name, it starts to record. So, all right, so let us bold everything here. We want to bold, right? We say we're going to expand the cell. So all that we're doing, it is going to be shown on the macro. We're going to probably, okay, let's change the size. Right? Let's change the color. So all of what we're doing is recorded in the macro. Let's put the $sign. All right, so we can stop there. Okay, let us expand this a little. Or it should say title and change. All right? And we can say stop macro. Right? So let us copy this as well. Put it in another document and put it back to the regular size and the regular everything. And then we're going to run the macro. I want to take out back the $sign. None. All right, so we're going to delete what is here. We're going to put this information now. In that thing there. And then we're going to run the macro. So we click on macro. You notice that we already have one there already, you know. And we have the next one, retail.
Okay.
So we're going to click on retail because that's the one we want to run, and click on run. And all that we change a while ago just come on that.
Oh.
So when we run it, it does it for it something there. If we should go to developer and look at the previous macro that we did and click color and click run. Because we didn't have the full information there that was in the first one. So let's say we didn't have information in the cells there, it can't do it. You're not going to run it. Right? It only give you the last part because there's no information in there for them to fix. You have to put the information in there based on what similar that you were doing before. So the macro is not really hard either. It's just you go to developer, you go to record, you give it a name, you do what you want it to do, you record it, and the macro is more in depth in it, but I'm just showing you a simple macro. How you can use macro to do. Let's try it again. You want to try it again?
Yes, miss.
Let us do it one more time. Oh, my head. All right, let us delete that there. Delete. All right, so let us say we are going to, okay, so what's the first thing we have to do? If we want to record a macro. What's the first thing we're going to do?
Change of the click record.
Click record. And then what next?
Then we do what we want to do, like change up the
No, we give
information.
it the name. We give it the name.
Yeah,
Name the
I
macro.
forgot.
Name the macro. So let's say, okay, so let's call it retail 2. So retail 2 is the name of the macro. Oh, sorry, there's no space in naming the macro. Sorry about no space. Retail 2, click OK. So we're going to say we want to add more names here. People. So I'm just putting something there. Why is it in red? All right, let us change this to black. So everything that we're doing now is recorded. We can say food preparation, marketing. We can add 6,000 here, 3,000 here. Right? Make sure there's a $sign. We can change the size. We can change the color. And we can shade. So all of what we just do now is in the macro, and we're going to stop the recording. Let us copy. Should have copy and paste it before. And put everything at well. Let us delete this here. And we're going to copy the information.
Yes.
Let us run the macro now. We'll go to developer macro. Which one we're using? Retail 2, right?
Yeah.
We click on retail 2 and we click run. I make all of the changes.
Okay.
And so that is basically it for macro. After ladies and one gentleman, truthfully so we did VLOOKUP and we did macro. I really
And we did
wanted
the
to
if.
get and the if, right? The if function and the macro. I really want to go into the other one, but truthfully, I am having a very bad headache. My headache is just probably getting. My head is really,
Miss,
really
we're going to
hurting.
have class tomorrow as well.
Yes, we're going to have to. I
Okay.
want to continue, but my head is really hurting me, and not able to function properly. Only have one more thing left. Just one more thing left in Microsoft Word, and it's the forms in Microsoft Word. And that will be the last of it. I really wanted to do it today, but my head is really hurting me.
Don't push it then, Miss.
What I can do too is send a video as well as to how the forms will be. I'm going to send you some information so that when you come for the next, please, this is more than the we can wrap up everything tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock, same way. Unless you want it to be 5, but I put 6 because I know people work and so on, so I didn't want to go too early. So let us still work with the 6 tomorrow, and we'll wrap up this thing and end it, and then we can as I said before, I'm going to put you on the platform and allow you to do some practice questions for next week. Okay. So that is the plan for the next week one. Right? I'm going to send you some. I'm definitely going to send you the notes this week. Yeah, I'm going to send it to it by tomorrow. Yeah, by tomorrow, if not before class, after the class. When I go to work itself, it is a bit busy, but when I'm home, it's a bit more easier to get a lot of things more done. So I will send you all of that, including the video recording of today's class and some additional videos that you can look at on the different topics that we covered today.
Miss.
All right. I really want to, but I can't push it. My head hurting me too much. And what I can do, I would have hoped, Mr. I'm going to talk to Mr. Dixon tomorrow because I told him that if I don't get it from him tomorrow, I'm going to call him so that we can push this thing forward. you can wrap it up. I want you guys to wrap it up. I really want you guys to get it out of the way. All right, everybody. So
Okay.
for the ones who come late, please just listen back to the recording and do the homework. I am going to send homework.
Okay, miss. We're going to do this one right now because me find out how fi while you are teaching this one, I am on this one that you sent to do. So I'm doing this one right now.
So I am going to send everything before by now on weekend you get everything. So thank you to everybody for coming out. I know it's a sacrifice. So I don't take it for granted. So thank you guys for coming out. We will pick up tomorrow for our final class. And then we will move forward. So I want you to wrap up this course. And Mr. Quiet Romario, who I hear is more the leader of the group. That's what I hear, you know. Are you the leader of the group? You know? That's what I hear, Romario. It's true? Shanique, is true?
Yes.
You don't know of that.
It's true.
Yes, that's what I hear, you know. Sarah Mario is the glue that hold the people together. That we did hear still.
Yeah, they hold the team.
Sarah Mario don't want to take and say yes, that's true. Right? So thank you everybody. Let us try to be on time for tomorrow, please. So because what we're going through tomorrow is forms in Excel, in Microsoft Word, and it's going to take up a little bit of time. And if we reach on, we're going to take up a little bit more time than everything else that we have been doing. Right? You know, forms, that's when you go, sometimes you might get a form to fill out in Microsoft Word and you can able to click and type in information in Word. That's what we're going to be doing. Learning how to develop a form where you can able to click and enter information in there in Microsoft Word.
Okay,
Date and email address and date, email address, and your address, your phone number, things like that. You know, but normally forms normally consist of. We're going to develop one. We're going to develop one. So that is what we're going to cover tomorrow, and that will end it for the Microsoft Word and Excel. All right. So take care, everyone. Keep safe.
Thanks for you.
And we will pick up back tomorrow. All right. Want to see if I can. All right, everybody. Take care. Thanks for coming. Have a
good night.
Night.
Good night. I'll take better soon.
Yeah, thank you.